Print-on-demand videos often get the fast food treatment. Quick, cheap, and leaves you hungry. Here's the proper sit-down meal version. I'm Ernie, clipboard researcher and full-time realist, and this video is built for hard-working people who want extra income without complicated software or loud personalities yelling at you to smash the like button. So here's print-on-demand, explained like you and I are chatting at the kitchen table, mugs in hand, both recovering from a long week. Print-on-demand is a simple setup. You create a design, usually something clean and straightforward, and place it onto a product online. When someone buys that product, a company like Printify steps in. They print it, they package it, and they ship it straight to the customer. You're not storing boxes in your garage, you're not queuing at the post office, you're simply keeping the profit after Printify takes their production cost. It's streamlined, tidy, and perfect for adults who don't have time or space for a side hustle that involves lifting anything heavier than a laptop. The practical flow is exactly this. You upload the design, the customer makes a purchase, and the fulfillment provider handles everything else. From printing to delivery, it's automated, meaning your involvement is fairly minimal once the product is listed. If you've ever wished a business could just run in the background while you get on with actual life, school runs, shift work, laundry, and the occasional nap, this is one of the closest things to that. Your main job is to keep creating and improving designs and let the systems do the heavy lifting. The big appeal of print-on-demand is that you're selling everyday items that people actually buy. Think t-shirts with clean text, mugs with simple, clever phrases, wall art that makes a room feel slightly more intentional, and tote bags, because everyone owns at least 6 of them and knows where none of them are. These are practical, affordable products that work well with straightforward, beginner-friendly designs. You can also branch out into things like hoodies, stickers, posters, notebooks, and even phone cases. Beginners usually do best with products where the design is simple and the buyer is really purchasing the message, sentiment, or niche they identify with. You're not trying to be the next Picasso. You're trying to create something that makes someone say, "That's me," and click buy. This is a brilliant model for anyone who's short on time or low on energy, or allergic to anything involving spreadsheets. If you're not hugely confident with tech, print-on-demand platforms are designed to be simple. If you don't want inventory in your home, you never touch the products. And if you're only mildly creative, text-based designs carry most of the weight. It's surprisingly accessible. Clean fonts, clear messages, and thoughtful niches go a long way. In fact, some of the best-selling designs are just good typography and a line people love repeating to themselves. Print-on-demand fits neatly into the life of a full-time worker, a parent who never sits down, a student, or anyone who can spare just 1 to 5 hours a week. This isn't a business that needs daily management, just consistency over time. You schedule an hour or 2 on a Sunday evening, publish a batch, and let them simmer. You don't need to be online all day, you don't need to reply to messages at midnight, and you don't need to stress about stock levels. The work happens up front. The results trickle in over time. Now, here's the honest part. Print-on-demand takes time to build. Most beginners see their first meaningful results somewhere around the 3 to 6 month mark. A typical part-time range is $50 to $400 a month once things get going. If you find a niche that really resonates, dog breeds or hobbies, professions, you can build on that and increase your earnings gradually. Your designs need time to rank. Your print-on-demand provider needs to trust your shop before sending consistent traffic. There are seasonal trends to ride too, and occasional slow patches to ignore. This isn't a lottery ticket, it's a slow burn. But slow burns are steady, dependable, and great for people who prefer realistic progress over hype. To get moving, start with a niche you genuinely understand. Something like pets, careers, hobbies, or family roles. Create simple designs with clean fonts and readable text. You then have 2 options. Create your own pop-up store on Printify itself, or connect Printify to another e-commerce platform such as Etsy or Shopify. It's basically a couple of authorization clicks. And then publish your products. Not one, not two, but a small batch so Printify can see what your shop is about. A practical start looks like this: 10 to 20 simple designs, clean fonts with good mockups, and regular uploads. Track which listings get views or favourites and improve little by little. You don't need perfection, you just need motion. The mistakes are usually predictable. Overcomplicating designs with too many elements, picking a niche so broad it basically means everyone on Earth, and giving up after 2 quiet weeks, assuming it's not working. Print on demand is one of those things where you win by staying consistent longer than most people do. The better approach is simple: clean designs, a clear niche, and 30 to 90 days of steady effort. That's how print on demand actually works, quiet and reliably in the background. A few helpful details that make life easier. Use mockups that look realistic, not overly polished. People want to see what they're buying, not a fantasy studio shot. Choose fonts that are readable at a glance, thick and balanced, not too thin. Make sure your colour contrasts work on the actual product colours you're using. White text on black, black on light greys, and avoid the "looks great on my screen, disappears in real life" problem. If you use phrases, be specific. World's best nurse is broad. Night shift nurse fuel feels familiar to the people who live it. Specificity beats aesthetic again and again. When you're choosing niches, think in terms of communities that love to identify themselves. Dog breeds are classics because owners wear their breed with pride. Hobbies and professions work well because people spend time and money expressing what they do. Family roles are powerful: grandparents, new parents, twins, siblings. Sports teams, school subjects, local pride. Each one is a micro-community waiting for something that feels like it was designed for them. You don't need to invent a new universe, you just need to meet people where they already are. A realistic weekly rhythm might look like this: one evening to brainstorm 10 phrases, one evening to design and upload 5 products, and a quick check-in at the weekend to see what got attention. If you can keep this rhythm for 6 to 12 weeks, you'll have a small catalogue and enough data to know what to double down on. If a mug sells, make a tote bag with the same phrase. If a hoodie gets favourites but no sales, try the same design on a cheaper product like a t-shirt or sticker. Small tweaks, steady additions, and patience. That's the recipe. Pricing matters, but don't overthink it. Start with simple competitive prices that make sense for impulse buys. Mugs and stickers often sell at low price points without a long decision process. Hoodies and premium shirts cost more to produce, so expect fewer sales but larger margins. Offer variations, colour options, size ranges, and a version for each sub-niche where it fits. And watch your fees and production costs so you're not surprised by your margins later. Customer experience is straightforward because most of it is handled for you. Still, write a clear product description that sets realistic expectations. Print area, material type, care instructions. Use plain language and short paragraphs so people can skim quickly. If a product is a gift, mention that in the description and suggest a couple of occasions: birthdays, graduations, holidays. Tiny touches like that make the listing feel more intentional and help buyers imagine the purchase. You'll hear people say print on demand is saturated. Sure, the broad categories are. Funny t-shirts is not a strategy, but niches are effectively endless. New hobbies emerge, new phrases trend, new micro-communities form every month. What looks crowded at a distance is full of open space when you get specific. Think left-handed violinists, third shift pharmacists, golden retriever agility club, mountain rescue volunteers. You're aiming for small but passionate, not biggest on earth. That's where beginners win. If you're feeling rusty or uncreative, steal like an artist, ethically. Browse your niche, notice common structures, and then create your own phrasing or angle. Swap one word, change the audience slightly, flip the sentiment from loud to subtle. You're not copying, you're learning the language of the niche and speaking it in your own voice. And when you make something that feels personal, buyers notice. Let's circle back to expectations. Most beginners won't make a full-time income in month 1, but you can build a steady trickle that grows as your catalogue does. $50 to $400 a month is common in the early stretch. Double that with time and narrower niches. Your catalogue size matters. 20 designs can feel slow. 50 plus starts to behave like a small shop. It's not glamorous, but it is achievable. The final verdict. Print on demand is simple, low risk, and very beginner friendly. It fits around real life without demanding specialist skills or huge amounts of time. If you're a tired adult who wants something steady and realistic, this is one of the best places to start. If you want to try print on demand, my Printify link is below. It's free to use and supports the channel. And if you want to see how print on demand creators also create simple digital downloads to build a traffic flywheel that earns on autopilot, that's exactly what the next video breaks down. Super clean, step by step, and perfect if you're starting from scratch. I'll see you there.